Hey, this will be a video chart on PIHN, Polaris International Holdings, Incorporated. Did this one a while back and wanted to get it updated here again as requests have started to come in more on it. And with the rising volume, I can see why that would be the case. Definitely some more eyes are getting on it. So I just want to kind of get it mapped out again and go over the potentials of where this could possibly go. These lines you see are from the last time I did it. And like I said, I think it was back here in late January I possibly did it. But the first thing I want to do is just extend these lines out since they all do still hold true. The key support level on this one is 0003. You can see that multiple times here since looks like early December. The Bears have tried to push down through it, but the Bulls have stood strong every time. So that's always a good sign to see. But on the flip side of that, we have this very stubborn resistance here, which is at 0007. And as can be seen, the Bulls have tried to get above it and have failed. Now, the key thing there is I'm talking about from a daily chart perspective. And when you're looking at the daily chart, you care where closes are. So yes, the Bulls were able to, the Bulls were able to get it above it a couple times, including today. But it's the close that counts, and it's just been a real pain to get closes up there. Maybe that's coming close and soon, and that's why I want to get this updated because I know lots of people like these 000 stocks, and once they get moving, there can be quite a bit of momentum that gets behind them. With that being said, they are risky, so that's something to keep in mind. You don't want to go and grab the money that you're saving for your kids' college fund and put that in these, but at the same time, they can be a very, very rewarding, but they are risky. So what do we want to look for? The key thing really is we want to watch this 0007 level. If the Bulls can start to put in some closes above here, you got to take that as a sign of strength and them making progress. Now, just because they do get a close above here, does that mean the thing's gonna shoot and skyrocket? No, that's not what it means. But from a psychological standpoint, you have to know that it is showing progress and showing that the Bulls are starting to gain a foothold. They've been holding up well, and this has been a good ATM machine, meaning people that buy down and around this area can then sell it up here. And I think that's one of the reasons for the problem is you just have a bunch of flippers in here right now that are buying down here around 0004 and then selling with any sort of strength. But if the flippers can get cleared out and cleaned out, and after today's volume, it looks like it did a good job of clearing out some of the flippers. So if you can get a couple more high volume days like that, clear out the flippers, then hopefully a higher base will be put in and a break, but more importantly a close above this level will become a little bit more easier and manageable. So let's say that we'll start with the easy one. Let's say we get a break below this. Not too much room to the downside. It's at 0003. So obviously you have two more ticks left. You got 0002, 0001, and then it's going to be no bid. So obviously this is the level you want to see hold. You don't have much room if this can hold. So that's that's where we stand from support. Not rocket science here. Nearing the bottom, but with these 000 stocks, the upside is pretty darn big. So let's assume that we can get some closes above 0007. We then do have another resistance up here at 0008. You can see that the price has bounced off there quite a few times. What I'm going to actually do is change that to a skinnier red line because yes, it's a resistance, but I think if 0007 can fall, I don't think 0008 will put up nearly as much of a fight as this one has. And then the good news about that is things really clear up after 0008, and the next resistance isn't up until this line or this orange line here, which is the 200-day simple moving average. Currently, it's valued at basically 001. Besides having the 200-day simple moving average here, and you can see that it knocked down the price right there. 001 is always kind of a psychological resistance anyways. You're losing that 10, so it's just one of those kind of psychological resistances. So you combine that with the 200-day, and yeah, I would expect quite a big wall and quite a bit of a fight up here. But the good news is when you have big fights and big walls, if they do crumble, usually you have pretty darn big moves out of that. So if you can get a break above that, things could really get going, momentum could really start to build. But one step at a time. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself right now. The focus just needs to be on these two resistance levels here. But overall, nice to see the chart has been holding up strong, getting some more volume coming in. So maybe this is just the beginning of something a little bit bigger. But clearly right now the flippers are still needing to be cleaned out. But get a couple more days like this where you have some steady volume, and I think the flippers will get cleaned out. You'll put in a higher base, and then the chances of moving beyond these resistances will really pick up. So if you have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. Best part is it's all free, so it's worth at least signing up, giving it a try, and kind of seeing what it's all about. One more time, this was PIHN. Thanks for listening.